Hi folks, we have another game for you. So we are watching our favorite matchup, Bulgaria versus Slovenia again. And yeah, it's going well for the Bulgarian team here. So they have 4 wins, we have 2. And this is, I think, their matchup that they were probably the most looking forward to. So they're playing Knights of the Hollow Hill against Stark Wars. That's of course Martell, Knights of the Hollow Hill, which is a reset deck with lots of draw, lots of resets. And yeah, if the game goes 4 or 5 rounds, then it becomes nearly unbeatable. And the Stark deck, the game has started a few minutes too early, so just rush through this so we can join it. The Stark deck is basically a House Tali deck, lots of House Tali characters here, and the Tali Savior Ant is in there. We have the Fat Cat to gain some quick power. Heads on Spikes, Heir to the Iron Throne, gains power, gets new characters into play, saves from resets in theory, but against Morgulis, the Stranger, March to the Wall, Varys, it will be quite difficult. There is some other protection, there is Return to the Fields, Fallen from Favor, and yeah, Clash of Kings with lots of power icons against not so many on the other side, so who knows, we'll see quite early, I think, what the chances are for the Stark team here. And we are starting, so no setup for Martell obviously because of their agenda, and on the other side we have this in the marshalling phase, Arya with a duplicate, never bad, although if Varys hits, then of course things can get tricky. We have Summer in play, and now Amber Loyalist to draw some cards. What's this outside of an action window? Is there something Martell can do here? Probably gets triggered for the all kinds of interrupts with their cancel event, he calls it, thinking. So what happened with Air? Bran is in the discard pile, so what did he find? Arya instead of Bran, and yeah, she works with just entering play, can get her duplicate. And the Riverrun Minstrel can put power, I think, only on herself, right? Oh, and on Hoster Tali, which is possibly slightly safer. Now, you could sacrifice him with Air, but there is also a chance of finding a duplicate. And yeah, so we tested this a little bit, I can tell you, this matchup, and it does not go well for Stark usually. But we always played the long plan as the opening plot in the Martell deck. And yeah, not this time. Pavel plays counting coppers instead, grabbing all the cards and yeah, giving himself a good chance of finding Varys and Last of the Giants. 3 copies of each, I think, in the deck. Then maybe long plan next into some kind of Morgulis or Stranger play. Okay. Needs another one, I think, if the plan is to play the Stranger next. Because there is going to be military claim potentially, unless there is a Burning on the Sand or Vengeance for Elia. And 3 gold left. Plenty to play annoying stuff. Could be Last of the Giants into Lysa, could be Juken Hagar. Could still be Varys. So what do you do is the question. Do you just go for it? Okay, going to grab some free power basically to start with. See how long it lasts. Yeah, his Viper Ice is going to take the most useful card that would help survive resets. That could be the save event even. And the question is, can Pavel protect Bastard Daughter here to play the Stranger? Because 2 cost would kill her, and Hostertal, it's not great. You would usually hope for more. He can choose 3 cost. Amber Loyalist costs Sara some cards, and Arya and Summer also go. Arya is duped at the moment. Taking River Run, so slightly concerned about the early rush. Maybe he does not have the cards. Yeah, this is a tough deck to play against, this Martell deck. I played against Pavel. Hopefully I'm not messing this up. I think I'm right in saying that I played against him and his Knights of the Hollow Hill at Stalek. And I had the one thing that beats it most of the time, Throne and Chamber. But outside of that, with empty boards, it's difficult to beat this deck because it outdraws you. Not going for military with 3 gold. Well, there is lots of claim soak for vengeance, I guess, in theory. And Intrigue would have been alright, but then of course Hoster is not giving the extra power to her. Would be unopposed though. And let's see what's coming. Nothing is coming. But not killing Bastard Daughter means that the Stranger is on. Could also be Morgulis. I think that was the backup plan if Varys is not in hand. Kills most things and discards 2 cards for the Loyalist. But now possibly Pavel might play the Stranger first. He could also just go for the long plan, get himself some more gold before he has to reset. It's not that critical. Sara's not running away with it. What does she do here is the question. Return from the fields is one option, fallen from favor is another. Air maybe. Maybe heads on spikes, best left for a later time. Yeah, Morgulis against return from the field, so anything unique that is going to die should be saved here. So Hoster and Summer, and you then may as well grab an extra card. You can do 3, right? Okay. Hoster Tali. Is there a save for him? Or for the Minstrel, but I guess he is unique, so... Oh, losing the Wolves then. That's the one card that kind of helps in this matchup. With all the resets, it keeps giving you some kind of card that you can keep in shadows. Sad to see this one go. There's only 2 copies in the deck. And what's happening here with the cancels? Okay, canceling the save event. yeah, that hurts. That's why I guess Pavel did not discard that. He knew he had the cancel with his Viper Eyes, and yeah, after all of this, still only one character survives and 10 cards in hand. And going second, so that's really 7 gold you get out of this with the agenda and the fiefdom. That's quite a lot. But there are only 23 characters, if I remember correctly, in the deck. She could possibly get the wolf then back. Would be unfortunate if there is nothing else to play with this 3 gold. Yeah. I like this. Now there is lay waste in the deck, and it hurts. You can grab the backup Riverrun, I guess, or Skagos or something, but while this is in play, too bad about the dupe going for Bastard's Daughter. While this is in play, it can give you some extra cards, so characters will be killed one more time for the Stranger, and possibly we'll see Fallen from Favor and Heir to the Iron Throne. And she can manipulate the bottom card, but it's yeah, it needs correct sequencing. I don't think it's that easy to learn this. I wouldn't be able to do it, I think, if I play this deck right now. You need to, with Skagos also available, you need to do it so that you know what card is on the bottom for Wolves then, and that you don't mess it up with shuffling. Now they do also, of course, share the reaction window, so if you're triggering a reaction to both, then that works out fine. If they're both in play. Dornish Spy takes Arya's icon. That's fine, I assume it will defend the hand here. 3 gold left could still be Burning or Vengeance, although if Vengeance was in hand, I don't think she would be taking the military icon. As well let Arya do the challenge then. And not willing to lose this, so what's coming? Lysa. And I guess Arya goes for the unopposed power. And then I think Lysa will remove, if I may take a little guess, the Wolves then. She could remove with a Manderly and March Arya. Or she could remove Arya's dupe and then do the stranger. Okay, we also have the claim race, so that's why this sequence happened the way it did. Dornish Spy needed to stay to get the claim. Yeah, and taking this opportunity to put something in shadows. Now this is blind, I think. And Vila, the one character that works with Wolves Den, is dead, and we have the cancel. 5 events in the discard pile to cancel Wolves Den. This is big again, and I think now we see Lysa take the Wolves Den. Yeah, and we might see March. Now, this depends, of course, on what the hand is here. If there's 5 non-characters and there's no secret schemes, then Martell is not having their game, but there is still accounting coppers and siege preparations, right? And Stark is on 3 power, so plenty of time. March to the wall. Now let's hit Varys or something. Hitting the draw. It's half a chance that this did some good. We'll know shortly, I guess. Skagos. And there was another secret schemes. Just doing it in the action window during Sarah's marshalling. Maybe worried about Bran coming in or something. Now we also have the stand location, but no characters now. And 8 gold on the other side, 7 cards in hand. Yeah, this is, I was going to say, this is where it goes downhill. But not completely downhill just yet. Just marshalling the one character and marshalling it last before getting the draw. So spending the gold on the locations before using this, which is unusual. I usually like to check if I get something like water gardens or something. Would have changed this marshalling probably. Black fish also gone. And this should be it this round, right? And now easy to play this. There's no board against the long plan, so that's just going to prepare for either a draw plot or the stranger. Letting Pavel go first, which usually is a decent plan. Although might be annoying if there is some military pressure. I think there's only one of those choosing the spear events. All three gone now. Yeah, well, no Dorn in the beginning and just one of these triggers, so I think you can say that's a little bit fortunate to draw all the secret schemes. Now spending most of the gold from all of the gold in fact, so nothing to be carried through into the next round unless challenges are lost, which of course is very possible. But now 5 cards in hand and Starfall to take possibly a military icon and the Shadow City Bastard. There could be pressure. Now let's have some kind of characters, come on. So Red Mortali with Sweet Slip. Is there something to protect him? Doesn't seem so. So Sweet Slip will remain after this goes through, so this will take 1 card, the dead Villa. And now when he dies, Sweet Slip, is it terminal? It is terminal, okay, never mind. So that did not go well. Now, is there a chance? So military icon can be taken. Now you can use Skagos to replay him basically and then stand him with Northern Armory, but there is still this, right? And it can get him, so taking the power icon first. Now if the Bastard is used to take the military icon, then it is possible to play, to use Skagos. I think there is another copy, right? Yeah, but not doing that. It's not an easy thing to see, and questionable whether it would help in the long run anyway. Still, there is the stranger. And I suspect that it might be played anyway, even though there is no character now. So result in the end is going to be the same. Okay, going for siege preparation, so just in case something comes into play. And there was another one of this, so anything you try to do in the plot phase, this just messes it up. Look at all of these events, this is quite incredible. How many are there? 23 in the deck. Have 9 here already. Yeah, and all those secret schemes, so this deck starts without a setup, so basically already 7 cards, no 7 cards, depends how many you set up, so a few cards down I guess at the start of the game, but have 35 left in the deck here, 32. So it's drawn a few more, not that many more. And I guess this is the time to play out the hand, because the plot will refill it. yeah, things finding themselves in the dead pile and 2 cards in hand. Now we're back, I think. Let's see. So 3 unopposed would be 13 power claim, and dominance would end the game. Yeah, so she's alright, and there is economy to play her, of course, but there's no claim soak. Yeah, if you're not able to beat this deck basically with near empty board, or if you don't have a super draw and super recovery ability, which Stark sometimes does have with their Bear Iron Scouts in summer, then this deck is, yeah, let's say top 3 maybe in the game in playing these long games and just grinding out the opponents. If it's a tough game, they take 55 minutes and only just get it. If everything goes their way, they take, like here, 25 minutes and they get to 15, and the opponent completely out of resources. It's, yeah, nothing more to say about this, basically. So we did play a few practice games, and this is how it goes, so I'm not surprised, and yeah, it is what it is. Was a tough matchup, and we can only congratulate Team Bulgaria for winning this one and for winning the whole pairing. Of course, this is their 5th win, and 1 more game to be played. So, not sure if I'll be recording that one. I've recorded a lot, but we'll see how convenient it is in the next couple of days over the weekend to record games. I've also recorded a few of the previous games without commentary and then added commentary later, so won't give you any spoilers just in case those are not uploaded yet. I'm not sure in which order we'll be uploading them. So yeah, thanks for joining me on this one, and see you next time. Have a good night.